Get ready with me while I explain why my husband is not the best thing to ever happen to me. Now, before anyone comes for me in the comments, let me explain what I mean. Also, my face is already prepped, so this is really just going to be my makeup. My husband is an incredible man. He is patient, kind, selfless, a wonderful partner, and truly my best friend. He really does bring so much love and value into my life, and I'm incredibly grateful for him. But he is not the best thing to ever happen to me. And I know this sounds controversial, I guess, because I've had so many people, friends, and family tell me that they think that he is the best thing that has ever happened to me. And while I get the sentiment, I actually completely disagree. I've been in a lot of relationships in my life, and for a long time, most of them were bad, toxic, honestly. And after enough failed relationships, I had to face a really hard, very uncomfortable truth, and that was that I was the common denominator in all of them. When I started reflecting on this truth, I noticed two recurring patterns in my relationships. I would either push away love and sabotage connections of people who actually treated me well, or I would chase love in people who wouldn't or couldn't give me the love that I deserved. It was like I was stuck in this cycle of either running away from love or begging for it. Like I didn't know what healthy love even was, so I tended to be more attracted to people who made me feel like I had to prove myself. And when I dug deep, like really deep, I realized that it was because I didn't actually believe that I was deserving of love at all. I had all of these subconscious beliefs that I was unlovable and that there was something inherently wrong with me that made it hard for me to give and receive love, and my relationships reflected that back to me. If someone loved me too easily, I would question it. But if I had to fight for love, it felt familiar and almost comfortable. And recognizing these patterns made me realize that I had a lot of work to do. I had to heal, and not just so that I could attract the right person, but also because I was tired. I was tired of feeling like I wasn't enough. I was tired of waiting for someone to see that I was worthy and valuable of the love that I had to give, and ultimately, I was tired of heartbreak. I decided to do the work. Therapy, self-help, deep reflection, you name it. I did it all. I had to learn how to be the kind of partner that I wanted to attract, and how to receive love without pushing it away or sabotaging it, and how to stop chasing after people who were never going to love me the way that I deserved. And I know this looks crazy, bear with me, trust the process. Basically, I had to learn how to address my own toxic patterns and behaviors in relationships instead of just constantly pointing the blame at other people's. And without that healing, I never would have been able to attract, let alone sustain, the relationship that I have now. Because when I met my husband, my instincts kicked in immediately. I kept thinking, this is too easy, too healthy. Like, there's no way that this can be real, that he is real. Like, this must be too good to be true. And a large part of me wanted to sabotage it. Literally had the urge to push him away before he could prove me right and leave me. But I didn't, because I had done the work and I could recognize that these thoughts and feelings that I was having wasn't a truth, but a reflection of these beliefs that I had held on to for so long. And that is why I say that I am the best thing to ever happen to me. The healing that I chose to do and the work that I chose to put in is the best thing to ever happen to me. Because without it, I never would have been able to fully experience the love that I have now. For so long, I waited for a man to save me, to fix me and make me feel whole and loved. But that's not how love works. It was my responsibility to learn how to do those things for myself first. I had to learn how to both give and receive love in a healthy way so I could show up for myself and a partner. And that's why I don't need my husband to feel happy, loved, or whole. I choose to share my life with him just like he chooses to share his with me. And in my eyes, saying that my husband is the best thing that has ever happened to me completely diminishes all of the work that I have done to make this relationship possible. It almost makes it seem like I would be nothing without him, and that just isn't true. I can't talk while I'm doing that. Lip liner, 1 second. I am a whole person and he is a whole person, and together we choose to experience this beautiful love that we have together. And that is what makes it so special. So, yes, I love my husband, and I appreciate him more than I could ever put into words. But the best thing that ever happened to me was choosing to heal, and ultimately learning to love myself and others in the way that I wish to be loved by another human being. I don't need him. I choose him as long as it's what's best for both of us. And he doesn't need me. He chooses me as long as it's what's best for both of us. And that, my friends, is why my husband is not the best thing to ever happen to me. I am.